What's going on, champs and champets? It's FireMonkey here, and we have some very interesting news regarding the future of LEGO Fortnite, and it could actually involve you spending a little bit more money. Now, as you guys know, LEGO Fortnite's been around for a little bit now, and we have a lot of leaks regarding this mode. I'm currently over here in creative mode so we can kind of fly around and showcase everything, but one of the main things that come out with this mode, and one of the main focuses for everything happening, has to be these builds. Of course, it's really cool to see how these different builds are. I mean, you have the Shogun Palace builds, which are codenamed Ninjago in the files, which made a lot of people think we're actually going to get like Ninjago in the game. But of course, you know, these guided builds are a little bit of an interesting mechanic that they've actually introduced to the game, so that even if you can't build your own little house or something, you can go ahead and just plop down, you know, a log cabin or whatever else. You can activate the guided build, and you can go ahead and just start running around finding where the pieces go and building the entire thing. And at the very end, congratulations, you've got yourself a sweet little home that you didn't have to really worry about, oh, did I accidentally place a wall 2 millimeters in the wrong space or something like that. It's a pretty cool way of actually doing stuff, right? Because it's like you have the opportunity to be fully creative in your own way, or you can go ahead and complete things a little bit easier. However, in a recent survey that I talked about over on my Twitter account, they actually are asking people what type of purchases would they like to make in video games, and what type of things do they think they could actually see themselves buying. And in that survey were 3 interesting mentions that I feel could only really be for the LEGO Fortnite mode. The first 2 mentions are buildings and building sets. What that basically is building sets being stuff like the log home right here, where you go ahead and get the whole entire set that you're able to place down, you know, you're able to build all the pieces and everything. And then buildings most likely is related to the individual pieces. So, you know, instead of actually doing this set right here, I could go ahead and, for example, you know, get an individual building part of maybe like a green foundation or something along those lines. That would be what a normal building would be. And then, of course, you know, as I just mentioned, what sets are right there. And their focus really seems to be on, hey, would you buy these if we sold them to you? And I think it's a very interesting spot because, you know, in one way, you're able to go ahead and use a lot of stuff that you're able to get from grinding the game normally and make your own builds and stuff that way. However, there is a lot of limitations, right? I mean, if we look at colored walls, we have the yellow wall. We have a castle wall, which is like a white wall, right? We have a log cabin wall. We have these simplistic little walls here and there, but that's pretty much it. We don't have like a green wall, a blue wall. We don't have all these different multicolored walls or anything. I guess we kind of have a blue wall with like the Shogun Palace stuff, but at the same time, you know, you can't really use those walls right here. As you can see, you don't have the option for them. If you want to use those type of walls, actually, you don't really have those type of walls, right? You basically just kind of got the roof and the little like gates on the edges, but it's really a thing where it's like there is a lot of limitation right now in terms of what you can use to build with. And I do think that it would be an interesting thing if there were in the future, like, hey, we have this real life Lego figure or whatever, right? This real life Lego set, but if you want this set in your world, you want to be able to use this, you're going to have to purchase it in the item shop. So, you know, for example, we have Pleasant Park right here. We know one of the builds that they're actually working on is Tilted Towers with the clock tower. Even though that's unfinished, it is one of the things they were working on. Imagine if instead of being able to get those actual builds with the clock tower and Tilted for free, you actually had to pay money in the item shop, maybe $10, $20, who knows the price, in order to get that building blueprint sold to you so you can use it in the actual LEGO mode. Is it something that you would actually want to purchase? Is it something that you would rather just grind out the game to earn for free, regardless of if it takes 50 hours, 100 hours, whatever else to do it? It is definitely an interesting question that I'm going to be asking myself a lot about, you know, especially as we get more and more leaks about the game, because everything is practically set up in a way where they could sell these as knowledge bundles. So who really knows if they will end up selling anything for LEGO Fortnite in the item shop, or if it'll continue being a completely free mode, or you can just kind of exist and do your own things. But another thing from that survey that was very interesting is them mentioning wanting to sell NPCs. What I think they mean by NPCs is not like the Battle Royale NPCs you see around the island, but instead different characters who can visit you in-game. As you see, we have Bright Bomber right here, and all the NPCs that mainly come up to you are basically, you know, Fortnite original characters, you know, some LEGO characters here and there, but it is a very small amount of NPCs, with them working on a few here and there, like Ravage and Raven, to actually be released in the future for us to actually enjoy as we play LEGO Fortnite, and for us to have more variety for the NPCs we actually see on our island. However, it appears that they're kind of debating and wondering, would we go ahead and purchase these actual NPCs if it was like, hey, some of these skins you can only get on your island if you own them as like a normal skin or something, right? Or maybe not even that, right? Maybe they'll go ahead and do something where it's like, hey, do you want this LEGO original character on your island as a potential NPC you can find in games? Well, then you're going to have to spend some money. And it also brings up more questions, such as would this type of thing have synergy with, you know, how, for example, if we look at Fortnite Fortnite Festival with how that works, where if one person on your island has that certain thing you bought, everyone on the island can use it? Or would it be a thing where it's like, hey, even if someone on your island has it and other people don't, they can't use it, but you can because of the fact that you have the blueprint, you bought it, and they didn't? It would be very interesting to see how all these synergies and, different things actually work, but I'm going to be completely honest, I'm not for sure how well selling whole entire building prints in LEGO Fortnite would go. I know regardless of whatever gets sold in this game, right? People are going to buy it. There's going to be someone out there who buys it, but I'm still a little iffy on the whole entire idea because I'm like, as the mode is right now, it's really cool to see all these free updates coming to the game, but do I really want my creativity to be limited based on how much money I'm able to actually throw at it for certain builds here or there? Of course, it's just from a survey, so it could be something that never comes to the game. It could be something that does come to the game. We just kind of gotta wait and see, but knowing Epic Games and knowing how their surveys have gone before, usually these surveys are a glimpse of what's to come in the future of the whole entire, changes and everything else for Fortnite, because of the fact that, as you guys remember, I don't even know if maybe not too many people remember this or whatever else, but the Fortnite crew was in a survey and then later came to the game like a month or two, after the whole entire survey got leaked and everything else got posted publicly. So I wouldn't be surprised if a few months down the line we start seeing some of the stuff from the survey actually released in a way where we're able to actually go ahead and see it in game, and we end up having to purchase a little builds here and there or whatever else. But I do feel like Epic Games already has a plan. If they plan to sell builds or whatever, they probably already knew that they were going to do this for them get-go, for a long time now. So it's really just kind of a waiting game. Another thing that was in that survey was the potential of pets being an actual, thing that would get purchasable once again. This could be related to pets like we've seen before that were basically, modified versions of back blings that you could actually, interact with on other people's backs, or it could be related to maybe pets for the LEGO Fortnite game mode. Not entirely sure there. I'm leaning more on, the actual battle pass, side of things where it's like an actual pet that's a back bling, but of course we haven't seen really any pets added in multiple chapters at this point, so I don't know if that's really the case or not. I would, however, love to hear in the comments down below, what do you think about this survey? What do you think about the potential of having to build little building pieces? Do you think it's going to have to be something where you get a whole entire LEGO set? What do you think the price should be? How do you feel about NPCs and all that type of stuff? And with that said, I'll catch you champs and champettes next time with another YouTube video. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and peace out.